Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Janelle and I upload new videos every Wednesday and Friday. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this super easy wearable fall makeup look. I know it's not anything extravagant, but I wanted to show you guys a realistic day-to-day fall makeup look. You can do all the steps, and this is definitely, I feel like, a little bit more glammy, especially if you add lashes. Or you can just take away some of the steps and make it more wearable to your liking. But I wanted to give you guys a good medium makeup look that wasn't too subtle for the people that love makeup, but that wasn't too crazy with all the bold colors and all that for people that are just realistically not gonna wear that. And this is what I came up with. This is the kind of look that I feel like I would wear. So yeah, and then also a great thing about this makeup look is that I am using a lot of drugstore makeup. It's not a full drugstore makeup tutorial, but majority of the products are from the drugstore, so that's always a plus too. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then definitely please keep watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Wednesday and Friday when I upload. Also, don't forget to check me out on Instagram and TikTok. I'm so active on there, but I'm not posting on here. And without any more rambling, let's get into how I got this simple, easy, brown fall makeup look. Love you guys. Hey guys, so let's get started. I already started off by applying my vitamin C serum. I used the Honest Beauty one, and I'm loving the way that it's leaving my skin feeling. I strayed away from it in the past, but I've just come down to the realization that that is my favorite serum ever. We got to do something about these brows. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Got To Be Glued styling gel and just do a light sweep of that through my brows. Now guys, if you watched my last vlog, you'll know that I accidentally waxed off half of my eyebrows, so it looks crazy. The brows are actually growing in pretty decent. I felt like they were full enough to where if I would have just gotten them professionally done, they would have looked amazing. Then I'm gonna speed through me filling them in. I'm using my MAC brow pen. I strayed away from it, and now that I'm back with it, I'm like, why do I ever leave you? I didn't want my brows to be too thick, and now here we are. Holy moly. These are some thick brows. All right, so I want to do a really simple, easy fall makeup look anybody could do for an everyday, more warm look. All right, so for this look, I want to keep it primarily drugstore, just because I do have a lot of newer drugstore items that I want to play with today. So I'm going to start off by setting my eyelids with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. Again, it's not going to be all drugstore, but I do want to do it primarily drugstore. And I also want this look to be really simple and easy to follow. So the next up, I'm going to take my number 7 powder. This is in the shade medium. And I got this to use as a bronzer because it's a little bit deeper than my skin tone. But I also really love it as just an everyday transition color. So if you're somebody that's not into makeup, this powder is just a beautiful color, swept all over the lid if you're similar to my complexion. And then you could also use it as bronzer, and it's one of those foolproof products to use because it blends seamlessly. So I'm gonna pick that up with my JH31 brush and then literally just sweep it back and forth in my crease. It kind of looks like MAC soft brown eyeshadow, but drugstore version. They also sell the regular face powder of this that you could use to set your whole foundation or tinted moisturizer. I really like it though for bronzer and for a transition color. Again, I always lift it at the tail of my brow. All right, sorry, you guys are gonna hear showering noise in the background because Alex just got home, me showering, so that's what that little padding sound in the background is. My sound quality might be a little bit off too because it picks up background noise, so it'll just last a little bit, but bear with me. So I'm going to pick up the shade G Money. This is in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is the second palette that she came out with Morphe. And I'm going to pick that up with this small fluff brush. That down in the lower part of my eyelid. And then once the majority of that product is there, I'm going to pick up this JH36 brush. And with literally the lightest tap into that color, not a lot, picking that up with this brush so that I can really diffuse the edges. Because if I were to only blend it with that initial brush, it would start to look choppy. These brushes really just push the product and diffuse it really nice. I really wanted to order a second set of these Jaclyn Hill Morphe brushes because I truly love them. And Morphe was having a sale. I want a second set to have just on hand for when I film, and then I want another set for my kit they're just really good brushes. All right, so then if you really wanted to have fun with it and go with the whole like fall vibes, you could highlight your inner corner with an orange. You could also just do like a matte white color. You could do a shimmery white. To be honest, I want to do the orange, but I also want to keep this super realistic. And I feel like realistically lately, people on a day-to-day basis don't wear colored eyeshadow the way they did in 2016. I feel like in 2016, bold makeup was booming and like people actually wore these dramatic makeup looks out. Whereas I feel like nowadays it's like for Instagram, social media, but you don't see people wearing bold, colorful eye looks out. You just don't. It's a different era. Because of that, I do want to keep this super realistic and not just show you guys a look. So I'm going to use the Patricia Cosmetics highlighter. I used this in one of my previous videos, and this is meant for the cheeks, but I really love it on the eyes. It's in the shade Elbiana, and it's a really fine shimmery gold. I have a discount code with them. It's Janelle in all caps, and when you use it, I believe you get 20 or 15% off. And it's a small Latina-owned makeup brand, which makes it even better. So I'm just gonna take my pencil brush and pop that right in here. I mean, you could even use a softer, like less bold color than this one, and it would really be just like a good everyday look. I'm just gonna set and highlight underneath of my brow bone using this No. 7 transparent powder. You could even use like the same Maybelline loose powder or any sort of like matte beigey tone. I feel like this just helps diffuse the crease colors a little bit better. So for the face, what foundation do I want to do? I think I do want to keep it realistic and just use a tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to grab the tinted moisturizer that I have been using lately, but you can use any tinted moisturizer of your choice. The drugstore definitely has a bunch of options. And then if you just like a more lightweight foundation, I really love the CoverGirl Skin Milk. The tinted moisturizer I'm going to use is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I just got the little travel. I've been loving it lately, like right now that my skin is starting to mellow out and I'm not having crazy breakouts like I was having a few weeks ago. I feel like this is perfect for just evening it up without being too heavy. And then I like this because I can also layer it, get coverage, and it's not going to feel heavy. I don't necessarily like really rub it. I kind of like pat and smear it into the skin. That way I can still control like the coverage and stuff that I'm getting with it. Gross. This literally just started peeling off. This has not happened before. So I'm going to wipe this off because that is literally disgusting. Now I'm just going to moisturize my skin using my Kiehl's moisturizer. Any moisturizer that works for your skin. For foundation today, I haven't used my L'Oreal True Match Lumie in a while, so I want to use it today. I'm going to use it. This one's in the shade W5. Didn't go in with primer today. I don't know why. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my Lancome Idole concealer again. I have been really enjoying this one, and I feel like it gives really nice coverage underneath of the eye without being heavy. A good drugstore alternative to this would be like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer or the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. The Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer is also really good. Oh yeah, that was another thing I pointed out. So when I tried this concealer, it took me like a few days to get used to the product that I like to use with it and how I like to apply it. And I find that with this concealer, I feel like I have to do the whole upside down triangle and not just do the highlight here and here like I normally do, just because of like the consistency of it. All right, anyways, sorry, my mom FaceTime, but I blended out the concealer. But I found with this concealer, I like to bring it across my whole under eye, just because I feel like it ends up wearing better throughout the day and it wears more evenly if I have it evenly, I don't know, laid out. I don't remember the L'Oreal True Match Lumie being this dewy. I feel like my skin looks way too shiny. So I'm gonna go over with a foundation brush and just pick up excess product. And see, that just takes away that extra like top layer of dew. So now I'm gonna take my favorite contour stick, the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the shade 355 Cocoa. Love this stuff. And I'm just going to start contour. And I'm just gonna blend that in with this small foundation brush. blush, I'm going to use this one by Makeup by Mario. It's in the shade Soft Coral. I'm going to pick it up with my beauty sponge. This is the Perfecting Light Pressed Powder by number 7. This is in the shade Medium, and it's a nice like sheer matte powder. And I'm going to take that with this small dense fluff brush and just push it into my skin. It's more of like a medium dense fluff brush. I like it because it'll set the makeup without packing on too much powder, but it has enough density to where it'll apply just the right amount of powder to lock the makeup in place all day. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the shade Fair Light. Love this powder. It's very similar to the Huda Beauty powder, except this one's a fraction of the price. And I'm just going to pick that up with my damp beauty sponge. For bronzer, I'm going to take that number 7. This is the Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Medium. It's the silver packaging one. And I'm using this as a bronzer. And I'm just going to lightly press it on the sides of my forehead like this. That way it doesn't look patchy. Although this as bronzer does not look patchy at all. I find that it really actually like smooths out the skin really beautifully. And gives a really light wash of color. For underneath of the bronzer, I'm going to take some more of the Maybelline powder to set. And then I'm going to wipe away my bake up here. For blush, I'm going to use this one by Sephora. It's in the shade Over the Moon. It's a nice like cool tone blush. I love using it for these more fall warm makeup looks because the contrast of this with the warm eyes, I just feel like it's really pretty. Also like a really warm burnt orange or coral would look pretty too. Gonna set my face using my Fix Plus Magic Radiance. So good. And then I'm going to go right over top of that with my Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. Setting spray is where it is at if you want your makeup to stay put all day. I'm going to take my MAC Hyper Real Glow Highlight and just take this tone and use that to highlight down the center of my nose. Cupid's bow. I'll add a little bit more to this inner part. Following that, I'm going to take a shader brush and the same G Money color and use that on my lower lash line. I find that it always helps to look up and do this. I always angle it into the top shadows. I'll add more to the outer corners and blend it out. Now I'm taking one of my favorite gold eyeliners by LA Girl. It's in the shade Penny, and I'm going to apply that in my waterline. And then going to line my top lash line with my Physicians Formula brown eyeliner. I only did the liner in the inner and outer corner just to extend the eye. I'm not going to bring it across the whole eye because I don't want it too dramatic. I'll copy the link to my TikTok down below of how I do my wing liner with this eye pen. So now I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and apply my Lancome Idole mascara and my MAC lash primer. I'm only going to do my inner lower lashes. I find that that really opens up my eyes without dragging it down too much. And whenever I'd apply too much mascara here, it would drag this part down. So I encourage you guys, when you're doing your makeup, assess what you're doing. Don't just do something because I'm telling you to do it or somebody else is telling you to do it. Assess your eye shape, your eye color, things like that, and make sure what you're doing is flattering to you and your eye shape or your skin tone or whatever, and you're not just doing it because somebody else, you know, did it and it was flattering for them, but it might not be flattering for you. For the lips, I wanted to keep it realistic, and I also want to show you, per one of my subscribers' recommendations, how you can take like your summer coral lip and make it more appropriate for fall. So right now I have this corally lip. This is Lolita by Kat Von D. Really good summer like corally tone, but you could definitely make this super fall by just adding a more rich brick lip pencil with it. I'm gonna apply that with Auburn by MAC, which is like a really rich brick tone. This could also work if you have an even brighter coral, like something like French Silk by MAC. That's super bright. If you go in with a darker lip pencil and like fuse it together, you can definitely make it have more of like a fall, warm, pumpkin-y vibe versus your typical summer coral. I've really been loving this combination because I find like it's good for every day. It's not like your typical berry. So I'm gonna line with Auburn. Also colored in the sides to give it a little bit more intensity. Oh yeah, I'm also going to take a brown eyeliner. This one is by MAC. Any brow pencil will work. And I'm just going to tightline this inner part in here. And then the first little section here of my lower lash line. And I just find that that really just gives a nice effect to the eye. Alright you guys, and here you have it. This is the completed makeup look. I know it's not anything revolutionary, but it's just like super simple and easy, and I know that this will be my go-to look this fall season. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Wednesday and Friday when I upload. Also, don't forget to check me out on Instagram and TikTok. I'm so active on there when I'm not posting on here. I love you all. I pray you all stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.